Did you know that in the United States, a gas station crime occurs every 2 minutes? But what if we told you that not all of these crimes are of the earthly variety? Brace yourself for the 10 most terrifying gas station horror stories, where the spectral and supernatural take center stage. There's something unnerving about gas stations, especially at night. The harsh fluorescent lights cast long, dancing shadows that seem to play tricks on your eyes. The deserted pumps, the eerie silence, the solitary convenience store standing as a bastion of light in the overwhelming darkness. It's a setting that just screams paranormal. These lonely outposts, often situated in the middle of nowhere, are places where the mundane meets the mysterious. Each story that follows is a chilling testament to this reality. In the cloak of midnight, a lone traveler, John, pulls into a seemingly deserted gas station, the only light for miles. With a sense of unease creeping in, he steps out to find the attendant for a quick fill-up, unaware that he's stepping into a story that will chill him to the bone. John notices something off. The silence is too heavy, the air too still. The attendant's booth is lit but empty. He calls out, but only his echo answers. Venturing inside, he finds a half-drunk cup of coffee still steaming, a radio crackling with static, and a magazine flipped open as if just put down. It's as if the attendant vanished into thin air. Searching the premises yields no clues, only deepening the mystery and his dread. Deciding to leave, John returns to his car, only to find the gas pump running, his tank now full. On the ground, a receipt flutters in the wind, paid in full, but with no one in sight to have done the deed. The chill of the night deepens as he realizes he's not alone, yet the attendant remains unseen. A ghostly presence in a deserted station. With no rational explanation, John speeds away, leaving the mysteries of the gas station behind. Yet the story of the vanishing attendant lingers, a chilling reminder that some things are beyond our understanding, especially in the dead of night at a lonely gas station. Later, John was horrified to learn that the station he had visited had burned down over 3 years ago, and that an old man simply named Virgil had died in the fire. Virgil was the attendant on duty on that fateful night. A weary woman stops at a gas station's restroom during a long night drive. Little does she know, she's about to encounter something that defies explanation and will haunt her reflections forever. Inside, the flickering lights cast unsettling shadows, but she pays them no mind. Washing her hands, she glances up into the mirror. Her heart stops. Behind her stands a figure, dark and blurred, as if out of focus. She whirls around, heart racing, only to find the bathroom empty. No place to hide, no doors ajar. Shaken, she looks back into the mirror, but the figure is gone, leaving her to question her sanity. Braving another look, she now finds her own reflection twisted, her features distorting before her eyes. With a surge of terror, she realizes that whatever haunted her reflection is not just a mere specter, but something far more malevolent, reaching out from beyond the glass. Fleeing the restroom, she leaves the station far behind, but the mirror's haunting remains. A permanent reminder that sometimes our reflections hold more than just our image. They can be windows to something sinister, lurking just on the other side. A late-night stop at pump number 5 turns into an unnerving ordeal for a man when the air around him begins to whisper secrets meant for no one else to hear. Initially dismissing the whispers as a trick of the wind, he soon realizes the voices are calling his name, pulling him towards the darkness beyond the gas station's reach. Each step forward intensifies the whispers, morphing into voices of people he knows, voices of those long gone, each whisper more insistent, more personal. The whispers crescendo into a deafening chorus as he stands paralyzed at pump number 5, the world around him blurring into shadows. Just as he feels an unseen presence brush against him, the whispers halt abruptly, leaving an eerie silence that engulfs the station. Shaken to his core, the man drives away from pump number 5, the whispers fading into the night. Yet the voices linger in his mind, a haunting melody of what lies hidden in the shadows, a chilling reminder of the station's unseen inhabitants. A good Samaritan stops at a gas station and decides to offer a lift to a solitary hitchhiker. Unbeknownst to the driver, this act of kindness will lead them down a path of eerie occurrences and chilling revelations. As they drive, the driver attempts to make conversation, but the hitchhiker remains silent. their features indistinct in the car's dim light. With each passing mile, the hitchhiker's face becomes increasingly blurry, their presence more unsettling. The driver's unease grows as they realize the hitchhiker's face is no longer discernible, replaced by a void where features should be. In a moment of terror, the driver looks to the hitchhiker, only to find an empty seat. The seatbelt is still fastened as if something unseen occupies the space. A chill runs down the driver's spine as they grapple with the reality of what or who they had brought into their car. The driver is left to wonder if what they experienced was a ghost, a figment of their imagination, or something far more inexplicable. The faceless hitchhiker remains a haunting mystery. A spectral passenger on a journey between the known and the unknown, an explorer of abandoned places encounters a decrepit gas station, its phone ringing in the silence. Curiosity leads them to answer, embarking on a psychological journey that will test the limits of their fears. The phone, covered in dust, echoes through the empty station. As the explorer answers, they're greeted not by a voice, but by their deepest fears spoken back to them in whispers, taunts, and cries. Each word is a dagger, each sentence a reflection of their innermost anxieties and nightmares. The call escalates, the fears becoming more personal, more vivid. The explorer tries to hang up, but the line seems alive, holding them in a grip of terror. It's as if the station itself is speaking, a conduit for something far darker that knows them intimately. Finally breaking free, the explorer flees the station, the phones ringing still in their ears. The experience leaves them shaken, questioning the nature of the call. Was it a haunting from the past, a trick of the mind, or a warning from beyond? The gas station remains, its secrets untold, its phone waiting for the next listener. Late-night shoppers at a remote gas station find more than they bargain for when they notice something unsettling in the beverage coolers. A glimpse of an unspeakable horror lurking behind the glass. At first, it seems like a trick of the light or a misplaced reflection, but as they look closer, the reality becomes undeniable. A creature with eyes too knowing, too alien, watches them from the other side. Its form shifts, defying logic, its presence chilling the air around them. One brave soul approaches, drawn by a mix of fear and fascination. As they near, the cooler's glass frosts over, obscuring the view. Then, suddenly, the creature presses against the glass, its features horrifyingly clear. The shopper recoils, realizing they're not alone, and this creature is not confined to the coolers. It's everywhere, unseen but always watching. The shoppers leave in haste, the memory of the creature's gaze etched into their minds. The gas station remains a beacon for the curious and the brave, but the coolers now hold a warning of the unknown entities that share our world, hidden just beyond our sight. A group of friends on a road trip find themselves in a loop of surreal dread as every turn, every road, inexplicably leads them back to the same desolate gas station. With each attempt to leave, confusion turns to fear. The station, abandoned and eerie, becomes a sinister landmark in their endless journey. The roads that once promised adventure now weave a maze with no exit. Time seems distorted, the landscape unchanging, the gas station an anchor pulling them back. In a desperate bid for escape, they drive straight for hours, only to be greeted by the familiar sight of the gas station, lights flickering in mocking welcome. The realization hits them. They're trapped in a loop, prisoners of an unseen force that will not let them go. Exhausted and resigned, they understand that this road trip has become their reality, a never-ending loop with the gas station at its heart. A chilling reminder of the thin veil between the ordinary and the inexplicable, and how quickly we can find ourselves lost in between. A solitary driver, desperate to get home, stops at an old gas pump. Little do they know they're about to strike a deal with a dark entity, where every gallon comes at a price far beyond money. The pump starts on its own, the numbers spinning wildly, fuel flowing endlessly. The driver, initially relieved, soon senses a malevolent presence. The air grows thick, the night darker, as a voice whispers promises of endless journeys, of roads where time holds no sway in exchange for a simple agreement. The realization dawns that this is no ordinary fuel. It's a pact, a lifeline to a realm where the car and driver become bound to the road, forever chased by shadows. The pump offers an escape, a chance to roam the night untethered, but at the cost of their soul, tethered to the whims of the entity behind the gas pump from hell. With a heavy heart, the driver refuses the offer, the pump stopping as abruptly as it started. They leave, the whispering fading into the night, aware of the narrow escape from a fate worse than being stranded. A tale of temptation and the unseen forces that lurk at the crossroads of our lives, waiting for a moment of weakness. In the dead of night, a broken-down car and a desperate driver find solace in the appearance of a mechanic at a desolate gas station. But this is no ordinary mechanic, and their help comes with a chilling twist. The mechanic works with uncanny speed and skill, fixing the car in silence. The driver, grateful, attempts to engage in conversation, but the mechanic remains an enigma, a shadow flitting around the edges of the light. As the car comes to life, a sense of unease settles over the driver, the air filled with an inexplicable cold. Offering payment, the driver is met with a simple shake of the head. Curious, they inquire at the gas station, only to be met with disbelief. The mechanic, they're told, died years ago, a loyal worker who loved his job more than life itself. Yet, it seems, not even death could keep him from his duties. The driver leaves, the encounter with the midnight mechanic lingering in their mind, a ghostly benefactor on a lonely road. A reminder that some bonds, even to place and purpose, transcend the barrier of death, offering assistance in the most unexpected of forms. On a foggy evening, a man stops at a gas station only to find a woman, seemingly in distress, standing alone. Offering a ride out of kindness, he unknowingly embarks on a journey that blurs the lines between the past and the present, the living and the dead. The woman, who calls herself Peaches, is quiet and withdrawn, gives an address, directing him down lonely, twisting roads. As they drive, the man tries to engage her in conversation, but she speaks little, her gaze fixed on the passing shadows. Her presence is enigmatic, her aura tinged with sadness. The atmosphere in the car grows heavier, charged with an unspoken narrative of sorrow and regret. Upon reaching the destination, the man is startled to find it's not a home, but an ally, marked by a makeshift memorial. A woman dressed in a tight black dress approaches his car. "Looking for a date tonight, honey?" "No," the man said. "I was just dropping Peaches off here." The woman's face is flushed with fear. "You're the fifth one," she commented, as she reveals to him that Peaches was killed here a year ago, her life cut short by the Bayside Slasher, a serial killer known for hunting and killing prostitutes. He turned to look in the back seat, but there was nothing there, just faint smell of perfume. "We put that memorial up to remember her by. No one ever gives a shit about us. The police found her mutilated body right there." Stunned, the man watches as the woman walks back to the other women nearby. He stares at the memorial, catching a faint glimmer of an apparition, then nothing. The encounter leaves a profound impact, a haunting reminder of the unresolved pain that lingers in the wake of tragedy. As he drives away, the man carries with him not just the memory of the hitchhiker, but a deeper understanding of the shadows that dwell on the edges of existence, where the stories of the lost and forgotten await their moment to be heard. From John's eerie encounter to the mysterious ghostly passenger, these stories have shown us the dark side of gas stations. We journeyed through tales of the unexplained. These 10 stories are but a glimpse into the eerie and unexpected dangers lurking at gas stations. Each story, a testament to the unexplained and the paranormal, reminds us to always be aware of our surroundings, even in the most mundane places. A stark reminder of the grim possibilities that exist when the sun goes down and you find yourself alone at a gas station. Have you ever experienced something unexplainable at a gas station? We'd love to hear about it. Share your spine-chilling experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more eerie tales. Stay safe, stay aware, and remember, the dark corners of gas stations might hold more than just fuel.